Hey, my babies. If it's your first time, hi, I'm Gaia. If you're returning, we've been ganging. Okay? We've been ganging. All right? Look, so our energy. We ran across this video. I'm setting the intentions that it only pops up, that it is only called to you, that it only pulls to you when it is meant for you. All right? Listen, this is a divine collective read. Everyone isn't divine. You showed up to this reading because I am speaking to the divinity within you. Divine is God-like, okay? We all have good and evil within us. We all have the God. We all have God and the devil within us, all right? However, you have merged the two. What makes you a light being, what makes you a light source, what makes you a divine one, okay? Everyone ain't divine. Don't make this fit. Don't try to make this fit, okay? If it ain't for you. Everyone don't want to be divine. Is also what I just heard. That's okay. Listen, I'm talking to a chosen one. Talking to someone that was chosen to be who they are. You can be chosen for a lot of different things. Chosen one always brought me to the question of chosen for what? All right? But you were chosen to be exactly who you are. So if you're questioning your heart, if you're questioning why you love the way you love, if you're questioning why you move the way you move, why you have high standards, why your morals are, why you stick to your moral code, it is because you were chosen to do this. It's in your genetic makeup. It is in your coding. Okay? Because this word has gotten so watered down, but it is because you're a generational curse breaker. Chosen ones rise. Generational curse breaker, chosen ones what rise. I'm being told to let you know that something is about to happen. Okay, like you're about to witness something, and that you should not interfere is the word I'm looking for. You should not interfere with whatever this is. So this because you're a divine one, because you're of the light, because you are of love, you're gonna want to interfere. You're gonna want to help. But I'm being told to let you know, when I started this, I heard and I felt strongly, you don't need to bother with this. You don't need to mess with this. So that's giving me to the divine collective. Don't proceed forward in this. Don't meddle in this. I'm getting playing dirty, but dirt will be washed with the truth, right? Okay, the divine collective, they are the truth seekers. They are the truth speakers. They are the ones that move for the truth. They illuminate the truth. You see what I'm saying? And the end is now. Look at this. I didn't even shuffle these, but the end is now. The end is now. So again, at the time of this viewing, okay, at the time that you view this reading, something is you're about to witness something, okay? And I'm just here to let you know to not interfere. Don't interfere, chosen one. Don't interfere. This time you have to play the observer, okay? And it's like the natural ways of things. I'm getting like it's not gonna necessarily be anything that shifts your integrity or your moral compass or anything, but it is, I'm getting that it is going to be something that you do want to, like, you're going to feel like you can do something about it. But I'm being told to let you know not to do anything about it. Divine one, what else? My divine collective. This is not just a regular collective read. Okay, divine collective. Chose to address the divine collective, the ones that have, again, accepted the light fully within them. You had a lot of shit, a lot of smuck, a lot of things in your face, on your name, in your circumference, in your energy. Okay? In your energy. You're gonna, I'm getting that, like, it's, see, one thing about, again, divine intervention is it does not move on our time. It moves slow. I battle this every single day. I battle this every single day. But the difference between, if you know something was like, it was a divine intervention, or you know that it was like done by the dark. The light, the divine, the divinity, godlike energy, that energy moves slow as hell. When I say it moves slow, like you be waiting, you be super waiting, like forever. And I only know this for personal experience, and also coming from a place of things and places that I'm still waiting on, because I chose to not interfere and allow divine intervention to come. But when divine intervention comes, again, when you get that slow energy, you get that stable energy, you get that determined energy. It's like a old wise ass man, like he about to come shut it all the fuck down when he finally get there to the finish line, because he done had to walk so damn long. That's that's how I can describe it for you. What else from my divine collective? Where we at? I'm not gonna make this too long for you, baby. What else from my divine collective need to know? Put this in your hand. Fast changes quickly. This is coming. Almost like flip through it again. And then I flipped it in my hand. Fast changes are coming from my divine collective. The ones that were chosen to be the light. The ones that were chosen to be the healing. The ones that were chosen to be the curse breakers. Okay? We've had it the worst, haven't we? Yeah, I know. I know, baby. We've had the worst. It was a whole fucking battle going on. It was a whole battle. That's another thing. We knew about this battle before this battle happened. We were prepared. See, there was others that were like mindlessly still functioning out in the world, but we knew that this battle was coming. All right? And we've been so tired. We've been so tired. Like, we've got it the rough. It's like we've received the rough, the the nastiest side of it, okay? But again, that was just the way that the scale shifted, because if we are of light, then we had to go in the depths of the fucking of hell, in the depths of the darkness, to clean it up, to clean it out. And if you went into those depths and you still somehow of light, and you still somehow have your morals and your integral code, baby, you are the fucking victor. I don't care what it looks like or what it seems like. All right? But some changes are about to happen, okay? This is your confirmation. And again, we're not for no false hopes. I'm setting the intentions that this only me shall when it is time. What are these fast changes going to affect for my divine collective? What are they going to affect for my divine collective? This is a surprise. King of Wands, your action. Your action, how you move forward, what you're doing, King of Wands is like the king of action. It is like the king or queen of action. It's like you were waiting. This giving me to, like, you were waiting to receive what you need to do moving forward. Okay? You were waiting to receive that. You were waiting to receive your next assignment. Is what I'm feeling with that, with the King of Wands. What else? What are these fast changes going to affect? This is your next assignment. This is like a whole change, a new assignment. The happiness want to come out, and it flip back into there. That's giving me again that my divine collective have not been happy. They've been dissatisfied. Been very dissatisfied. We've been in a whole war, right? A whole spiritual battle. What else? Divine collective. What do they need to hear? Six of Wands, baby. Okay? You won. We won. We won. Okay? We are the champions. The light won, not the dark. And I know that it seems that way. I know that it seems that way. Man, and then they say, like, also too, I'm getting to that, it had to get worse before it got better. It's also like at the end, that is when it seems the most unbearable. So the reason why the healers, the reason why the motivational speakers, the reason why the light workers, the chosen ones, the generational curse breakers, the reason why we were so fucking tired is because it was towards the end. It was towards the end, and it was the thickest at the end. Okay? I'm gonna have to come back and watch this video for myself. All right, so I get it. What I'm saying is, I get that a lot of this sounds cliche, but I set the intentions, baby. And again, and when this popped up, this is for you. This is a confirmation. This is fast changes quickly. Quickly, be ready. No more delays. What else from my Divine Collective? This is going to affect your money. This is going to Ten of Pentacles, financially stable. Fast changes, your stability. Your stability is the destination. Okay, my Divine Collective, you have won this. This is what you've won. This is what you've, like, you deserve that. And know that you deserve that. Especially if you were out here in the physical, fighting all types of battles on the physical plane and in the spiritual realm. Look, baby, know that you deserve it. Call in this victory for you. Call in your financial security. Call in your stability. That's, again, that's 10 of Pentacles. There's no more after that. That's the 10. That's the completion. That's the completion to your stability. That's the completion to your finances. Okay? When you popping up, something's coming in for that, okay? The timeline that you are on currently is that timeline. No one can take you off that timeline. It was coded within you, my divine one. There's been a lot of secrets. There's still some secrets. I put secrets to the side, though. We put it with this playing dirty. There's been a lot of secrets, a lot of illusions. You've been the light of the moon. What else for my divine collective? Distractions and distortions. Get that bag, baby. Get that bag. I wasn't gonna do this reading. I mean, I wasn't. I knew I had to do a reading today. That's another thing. Like, you know, if you feel like you done something wrong, or you feel like you maybe haven't been listening, but you have, baby. Because when you didn't listen, it was meant for you not to listen. And when you are listening, and when you do be obedient, it's because you know that you need to be obedient to those codes. It's just coded in you. You can't get the wrong answer. That's why you move the way that you move. That's why you act the way that you act. That's why you always return back to who you truly are in your essence, no matter what is going on around you in the world, no matter who or what chooses against that. This is why you are who you are. All right, baby? Get that bag. The Eight of Pentacles. Get that bag and that money, baby. That's say the Divine Collective. It's time for the Divine Collective to hold the bag. Okay? The winning bag. One more. We'll close this out because this is just a confirmation from my Divine Collective. All right? One more from my Divine Collective. And again, these are for the ones, the chosen ones, the ones that identify with the divinity within them. Okay. And I'm sneezing. Eight of Cups. You had to walk away from something. You had to walk away. You had to start over. You either walked away from a job. You either just walked away from a job or project. Or even, again, I'm not going to narrow this to one specific, but again, besides the Divine Collective, so fill in the blank. That's a job, that's a project, that's even someone, okay? That's even someone with the Eight of Cups, because those are emotions, but something that you were emotionally tied to, something that had your emotions, you walked away from it, okay? Had to start over. But this next hit, this next stop is your bag, is your win. Divine being you. What else? So I'm trying to stick to it too. So I'm trying, oh, look at that. Big Daddy energy. I love the Emperor. Just, it's something about seeing that Emperor card, like that true authority, like that true Big Daddy, Big Mama energy. All right, yes. This bag, this money, this next, again, that's like I said, that is your destination. That is where you're meant to, before you transition out of this physical plane, right? This has to be, this was like, this giving me like your winning. This is giving me like your, what word am I looking for? Because I got all my words are everywhere in my head right now. That's another thing. That's what the battle did to us, baby. It kind of jumbled us all up. But that's giving me like your gift, your reward for sticking through. Okay, for sticking through the spiritual battle, staying true to you. Because in fact, yes, we were coded to be who we are. We were coded to be the light. However, we still have a choice. And we could have chose different. But it was something deep inside of us that was like, no, just be cool. Be cool, baby. Be cool. Okay? And for that, for you being cool, for you staying steadfast on your mission and who you are, baby. You're being crowned the victor. You're being crowned, right? That bag, baby. That bag is here, baby. Don't worry. Whatever you had to walk away from emotionally, do not worry, baby, because what is popping up for you next is true authority, real authority. You being able to sit in a position where you call the shots in your life. All right? And this is backed by something stable. This is backed by security. Again, this is backed by the divine. And although, because there's good and bad in everything, although the divine may be slow as hell, ooh, boo. I'm gonna let you know, divine intervention, divine. That's why they always say God don't move on our time. What the Christians say. And I don't mean to add religion, because by no means am I as Gaia religious. No, I'm very spiritual. However, it's the God don't move on your time. No, baby. God don't move on your time, baby. The divine don't move on your time neither. That's another reason why the divine beings, we're always like, we are not, we also aren't good with time. We also aren't good with time, because we know that time was a man-made block, a man-made limitation. That's what I'm looking for. A man-made limitation to try to keep us in a time schedule that we're not meant to be in. We're not on your time. We on the divine time, baby. And the divine is slow as hell and do his own thing and is on his own time. All right? That's what I have for you, baby. I set the intentions that this was very general. I did not go too specific, but again, I set the intentions that this meets you when it's meant for you. Okay, if you sat through the end, I appreciate you so dearly. Much love. Until next time. Mwah, 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 mwah.